Hey everybody, it's Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery. I actually got here on time. I got off about 30 minutes earlier than I normally do on my late days. So I decided to come back on at normal time, which is about 5 after now, so I'm a little bit late, but not very much. I was at 6:30 like I said, so if you are not watching the live sign up above here, then hashtag replay, and I will thank you for coming on and watching later on. So today we're doing a snowman craft. So I have my shirt on that has snowmen on it, and I will show you what I'm gonna do. Hey Miss Brenda, how are you doing? I'm gonna put this down just a little bit so you can see everything a little bit easier. It's good to see you today. Happy Wednesday, and hopefully you've had a good day. Hey, Miss Deborah Nichols, how are you doing? Hopefully you had a good day too, and my day was pretty good, I guess, except for having to work late, of course. Hey, Miss Connie, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming on. All right, so you need one of these from the Dollar Tree. They have different ones, but I did choose this one. It looks more like a traditional sleigh or sled. Hey, Miss Brenda. I'm glad you're doing well. I appreciate you being here tonight. So this is the Memphis Bells and the Chuffed Berry Creative Circles, and we are doing our Snowman Challenge. And I did not put the hashtag on there. I'm bad, so I'll have to do that afterwards. Hey, Miss Yvonne, and hey, Miss Patty Price. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. So I did get this. Hey, Miss Jerry from Spring, Texas. I did get this from the Dollar Tree. So if you have one of these, this is what you can do with it. I did see one of the other crafters with this, and I believe that it was one of the girls from... Gosh almighty, I forget what, but she was telling to get these, and I didn't realize it was going to be like this big old container full of these big balls, and these are actually just for people to throw at each other, but she used it for a snowman, and I thought it would be cute to make a snowman, so I'm going to do the same thing. So I am going to use 3 of these, and then I used 3 other ones. Let me see if I can get this out of the way. 3 other ones, which were the large ones. These are from Dollar Tree as well. I had some of these in a bag. I haven't used very many of them. If you've tried to cut these before, they do come apart really bad, so don't do that. I used it, I tried to put it on a Santa or something one time for a different project. But this is the large one of the little ones at the Dollar Tree. They have like 3 different sizes or something, if you were able to get some of those as well. So I'm going to use this for the head. Hey, Miss Margaret. I am feeling better, but I still don't feel 100%. I just kind of feel, I don't know, blah. But I'm making it. I had to go back to work. I couldn't be off work anymore. You know, we're back to our normal schedule, and I have to be there. So anyway, I've got white and I've got red paint because I'm going to make it kind of pink, because I've got some socks here and they have some pink on there, and I kind of want to do it that way. Now, I did put a regular black hat on one of them. I went ahead and did it to see how I was going to do with it. So this is what I made, but let me show you. Okay, I got 2 of these and I put them together. These little beads right here, they're actually, let me find them. They are called Best CYC, and they're made of glass, eye, and steel pins, okay? These are actually for material for it to go inside of. It does come with this little wand thing or a little pin with it, and I just use them. You can break them off, but they look like this, okay? They come in different sizes. They come from 12 millimeters down to 3 millimeters, okay? Oh no, he has the shingles. That's terrible. So this is the way it comes, okay? And you get a bunch of these. Thank you, Miss Deborah. Yeah, Lord have mercy. I hope he feels better. So the 3mm, you can cut part of this off. Because this is fluffy, I was able just to push this in here. I am gonna put a little bit of glue where the eyes are. It's freezing cold there, Miss Peggy said. Where did you get them from? I got them on Amazon. I got them a long time ago, and I don't know how much they were or anything, but I wanted little beady eyes for different things, and so I'm using them for that. I only used a few of these 3mm ones for this particular face, but I'm not going to use a smile for all of them. We're going to use felt, and I'm going to cut a little circle like it's yelling, oh, like that. So that's what I'm going to do. Hey, Kristen, how are you? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I hope you're doing well, and happy holiday season. Hey, Michelle, it's good to see you. I've also got some orange here. This is just a different tint of orange that I'm going to use for the carrots. And for the carrot, I'm actually going to use the end of a skewer to take that off. So we're going to cut that. And I do have this little gadget right here to cut this off. You can just pinch it off. I wish it was at my house. It was 82 today in South. I know. Here as well. It was like 70 or something yesterday, and today it was probably 60 something. All right, so I cut the end of this. It's probably about 2 inches long, from the pointy part down to however big you want it. Hey, Miss Robin, it's good to see you. All right, so I'm just going to move that because I can use the other end of this to clean out the ends of my paints and everything to get the hole opened up. So I do use that. All right, but we're not going to need brown today. We're going to need 3 of these. I went ahead and put this in here, and I'm going to point this one kind of up. But what I want to do is just take all 3 of them. Let me see if I can find it. I have like an extra somewhere. Well, I don't know where it's at, so we'll just get another one right here, and I'm just going to cut it off because we need 3. And this is going to go inside of that, so you can do it a little bit long if you want to. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to. Oh my goodness, I think I flicked it in the floor. Well, I guess I gotta hold the end of it. That's the good thing about having a million of these, is that you can do it. So let me hold it, because it will flick it over into the floor. So now I have 3, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and take those, and we're just gonna paint them up. And I'm just going to stick it in my paint and just take my finger and just roll it, because it's just easier to do that. I'm going to do that on one, and then I'm going to do this one. We're going to do another one. Hey there, Miss Pat. How are you doing? And see, this is the color of it. So it's just a shade of orange. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just take your fingers and put it on there. It's next to the sled. Oh, it sure is. Oh, well, now we have 3 or 4 of them now. That's okay. Thank you. I thought it flung over that way. So anyway, we'll worry about that. I guess I could go ahead and paint it just in case I like one better than the other one. That's funny. All right. So I got 4 of them. All right. And now I'm going to move this because I need to get over here towards my wet wipes and wipe this off. Hey, Elisa, it's good to see you. Miss Margaret's saying, how are you, Miss Pat? All right, so we're going to use 2 of these socks for little hats for the snowman. And we'll probably use part of it to do a little scarf as well. Okay, so I've got, before we do the eyes or anything, I'm just going to set those over to the side. And what I want to do is take some antique Waverly wax, and we're going to put it on the bottom portion right here and right here to go ahead and get that dry before we start putting everything on here. So I'm just going to get one of these kind of bad brushes, and we're just going to do it this way. And instead of painting it, we're just gonna stain it. So I'm gonna put this on here, and I did take this little thing off, but we're gonna put it back on. So just leave it to the side. We'll just use this. I don't know why. I just want it to be the brown. So instead of painting it black or something. So I'm just going to take this, and we'll do the inside portion, so I'll flip it over and do that. But this way it looks prettier. I don't know why I want to do it that way. Miss Connie's saying hey to Miss Terry. And hey, Miss Terry, I didn't see you come on, girl. All right, so there's that portion. And because it's that kind from a machine, you know, it kind of browns it up right there on the edges anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do, I'm going to do the bottom portion of the sled this color. And do the outside right here on the bottom. But on the top, I'm going to make it a pink color. Hey, Linda Shearer, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming on here and watching my snowman tonight. Or actually 3 snowmen. So we're just gonna do all of this just on the underside because I do want to make it pink. We're just gonna kind of do this pink instead of red, a traditional color. We're just gonna stain the bottom. You can paint it if you want to do that on yours. But I just feel like I want to stain. Thank you. If you haven't gotten anything from Beware Sportswear and you haven't used your 15% discount, then please go on there to beware.com and use Hummingbird15 as your code. I'm going to try to do this without putting any extra on here. Looks like I'm going to have to. I think that's glue that I'm seeing. Merry Christmas, Linda Tanner says. You love pink? I just want something a little different, right? Remember, everyone, if you have anything to post, to put it on Hummingbird Crafters, definitely. And on there, you can get some different patterns and stuff. If you ask for something, I can always put a pattern on there for whatever that I do. So I can put those patterns on there. I just don't do it all the time. Thank you for painting the page, Miss Dreama. I appreciate that. All right, so I did the bottom. I did all of that, and on the sides, and this we're going to paint the pinky color. So let me get rid of this so I don't get it on my shirt because it is kind of messy. See? So let me get another one of these little thingies to wipe all this off. And I've got some on here. I don't want to get it on me. Wet wipes are a must for sure. All right, we just want to make sure we don't get anything on me here. All right, so I'm going to take this, get rid of all of that stain because you don't want it all over everything. I'm going to use this and we're going to mix it. Did you mean to put a sad face? Sorry. I don't know who said that or who did it. All right, so I'm taking red and then white together because I don't have any pink just sitting here. Hey there, Miss Vanetta. How are you doing? All right, so we're just going to take this and I'm going to brighten it up a little bit with a little bit of the red just to make it a little bit brighter instead of the light pink, but I do want to make it mostly a light color. And the one snowman is kind of a traditional snowman, and then the other two are kind of, they're girls is what I'm calling it anyway. Hey, Miss Lori, thank you for coming on. I appreciate that. So see, I'm making it a pink one instead of red. I was going to do red, but I think pink. We're just going to do a little bit different. We'll make it a little bit brighter with a little bit of the red. We're going to make it kind of a different tone here. Ooh, how did that get on there? Guess I stuck it in there. Got a little bit of the stain on there. All right, so it looks like that so far, but we are going to make it a little bit pinkish, whatever, right in here too, just on the top. I do want it a little bit bright right there in the front, so I'm just going to make sure that you do it gently because you don't want it all over the place. Unless you've got the whole thing red or pink or whatever color, you don't want to get it too much because I'm kind of slinging paint everywhere. But just like that, I just want a little bit of tone, different tone there at the front. Runners off and put them the right way. You did? I don't know, is it wrong? Is this wrong the way it is? It probably is. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of the red on here because it's a little bit too white on this side. Is it supposed to go the other way? You're going to have to tell me which way to do it. All right, so I'm going to let this dry a little bit. If it doesn't dry enough, then we can use... Hey, Miss Carolyn, how are you doing? Then we can use the hot tool to dry it. So let me get this off now that we've cleaned that up. It doesn't take but a second to put this little piece back on, so that's what we'll be doing. But we're going to work on the snowman now while that dries. We're done with that. We're done with this paint, so I'm going to just set it over here out of the way. Oh, look, here's the other one. Good grief. All right, so this is what we did to begin with, okay? But I do need to put one of the noses back on, or the carrots. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick a little bit of hot glue at the end of this because it's going to stay in there, and I do need to put the eyes down as well. Now, I do want to put this in at an angle. So we're going to do it just like that. All right, because he's kind of leaning down like that, so the air is probably coming up in his face. Now, I am going to take the eyes out, and we're just going to put some hot glue on the end of it because I want it to stay in there. The little ones are kind of a lot tighter, so I don't think we really need it for that. But they will go in here with just pushing it in. It's kind of like a button. These are for making things and putting eyes on them. I think it's for crochet or something. I can't remember what it said whenever I ordered it. But they just go straight in there. I say that as I'm having difficulty. All right. And these are pretty tight, so I don't need to do that for the mouth. So he's kind of looking cute. All right, now I've got some little sticks just like this, and I'm going to stick them in here. But I think I need to cut this down some because we don't want it to be this long. We just want it to go in here. So I'm going to try to, I might have to get something to poke a hole in it. Maybe I'll use my other stick here, and we're just going to poke it in there just to make a hole so it's easier to put this in. All right, so here's one of them. Let me put my hand back there so you can see it. Okay, and then here's another one. Now, this one's got 3 little prongs on here, so I'm just going to stick it in. I'm going to take part of this off, and I'm probably going to take this off too. I think this one little thing. That way it's like this. And then I'm going to put some hot glue on the end of this. And then we're going to poke it right here. Okay, so he's looking like this right now. All right, and I've just got him already done. So now we're going to put one together completely. Yes, they're pom-poms, but this one right here came from Amazon. And the box looks just like this if you want to take a picture of it. It says snowballs, 30-piece indoor snowballs. So there's 30 of these in here. There's a lot of them. The auction is Saturday, Miss Terry, not Sunday. It's the 10th. Saturday at 5 p.m. So if anybody is interested in any items that are behind me, or there are some in the living room, then definitely come on at Saturday at 5 p.m. All right, so I've got, these are the large ones from the Dollar Tree, and these are the ones that are snowballs. It's okay, Miss Terry. These are the snowballs that I got from Amazon in the big container. So I'm going to take this, and I just kind of make it, you know, fluffy or whatever. And we're going to put this one on top of it, however you want to do it. So I'm just putting a generous amount. And then you got to hold it for a little bit. Hey, Miss Debbie, how are you doing? Yeah, December 10th at 5 p.m. Central. If you're interested in purchasing anything, if you have your eye on something. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. All right, so now you've got two different, the head and the body, okay? Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to poke a hole on both sides. And I've got a couple more sticks, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this just like this and cut part of this off because you don't want it too deep in there. We're going to do one on one side and one on the other, okay? And you'll see why I'm doing that. Yes, the ones at Amazon are really big. These are probably like 3-inch balls. I don't know if it said it or not. All right, so we're going to do one on one side, and this one is going to have the other one butted up against it, so we're not going to do one on that side, and the same thing for the other one, okay? But we'll do it, I guess we can go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on the top here. Where do we post the snowman challenge? You can just do it on your page, but hashtag the whatever it says. I think it says snowman challenge, hashtag snowman challenge 22 on there. So hashtag one of the hashtags that's on there. And you can also post it on Hummingbird Crafters. We're just trying to get as many people to do snowman this week as possible. You have a bag of those snowballs? Well, there you go. All right, so now I've got another one. And these are a lot softer than these. These are more compact. All right, so I'm going to get this, and we're going to do it on this side. It doesn't really matter because you could turn it over. And then we're going to cut part of this off because I want it to look more like a snowman arm. Hey, Miss Lori, how are you doing? Thank you for coming on and watching me. All right, let me see if I can find the hole. Oop, wrong one. See, I'm already doing the wrong thing. All right. Let me get just a little bit more here. Make sure it stays in. We want one on one side and one on the other. And it's okay, I got some glue on here. We're going to end up putting them kind of together. Your snowman's almost ready? Well, definitely show it. I'm going to go ahead and put this little piece back on. And it just goes through there, and when you pull it, it's going to be straight. Hey, Jason, thank you. Then we're going to do it this way. And that way this is on there. All right, now I've got junk on me again. How have you been, Jason? Did you have a good day today? Thank you for coming, Miss Sharon. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. We have a good family here. We've got a lot of nice ladies that are on my page, and we're just like family. Hey, Maria. Thank you, and thank you for spreading the love or sprinkling. I appreciate that. All right. So, these little beads, they say Best CYC, and they are 100 pieces of 3 millimeter to 12 millimeters. It's 10 different sizes. It says made of glass, iron, steel pen, okay? Hey, Miss Marlene, how are you doing? So I'm just going to stick this back on here. I just didn't want to lose this, so I ended up putting it on the top and just taping it down. But I'm going to take whatever, I don't know, it doesn't matter what size. I'm going to take a couple of these. These are 8 millimeter, it looks like. And we're going to make sure that one side is going to be over here to the right and the other one is going to be on the left. So you want to put your eyes in here. We're just going to see what it looks like. We're not going to put it down yet. And it's the same size as the other one. So right now we've got these two right here. And then I've already painted my little skewer end. So here's the carrot. And we want to take this, the one that doesn't have anything, and we're going to poke a hole where his nose is supposed to be. And then we're going to put this on the end, the glue. And we're going to stick it in there. Now I am going to do this one to the side instead of going up. Okay, so see, this is the way it's going to be. And then we're going to make a mouth, but we're going to make it out of the felt so it looks like that it is yelling. So let me get a piece of this. And you just need a little bitty piece. Now I might have to trim it because I don't know how it's going to look. But I just want it to look like this. Ah! So that's what we're going to do. And it might be too big at first because you don't know exactly what size to do it. Now let's see. Yeah, it needs a little trim. That's a big mouth. Unless they're really yelling. Oh my goodness. Let me see. We got to cut some of this off. Don't want it to be too big. All right. So there's going to be the mouth. And we're going to do that for the other one as well. I'm going to put a little dab of hot glue right there. Let me make sure this is a little bit more circular. And then we're just going to set it on here. All right. So that's what that's going to look like. And we're going to do the eyes again. I just have to look what it's going to look like first. So you want to poke the eyes back in there. And I might do these a little crooked, because that kind of looked funny. And I like it. All right, so there it is. Ah! All right. And now we're going to do the same thing to this one. Just make sure that it's the opposite, just like this. This one's got it on one side and this one has it on the other. Now you can do whatever you want to. And I'm going to take another piece and we're just going to make a mouth. And let me see if I can make it smaller. I waste a lot of this, but you can use it for filling on stuff. Let's see if I can make it more round. We want them all to look a little bit different. So that's what I'm trying to do. I want it to be more round, and I'm making it oval like the other one. So you just kind of have to cut it much as you can. But you can do 2 ovals, or you can do an oval and a round. Let me do this side just a little bit more. And they can be kind of crooked because their mouth can be crooked. Alright, so this is the way it needs to be. So let me put that on there. So this is going to be the mouth. So let me do that. And then we want to do the carrot. So I'm going to take the regular one. I say I will. There it is. And we're going to poke a hole. Now this one's going to the right, so we're going to do this one on the left. So take the end of it and put your hot glue because you want it to stay in there. And I just want it to go to the left a little bit. All right, so there's the nose and the mouth. There we go. Just like that. So now we need 2 eyes. And I wonder if we do 2 bigger eyes. Like it's really, woo, it's so much. So let's see what it looks like. Yeah, we'll do 2 bigger eyes. So we're just going to put the hot glue on here. Let me poke this in. And then we're going to do this. Same thing. Don't burn your hand like I about did. Alright, so there's the bigger eyes, okay? He's kind of funky looking. That's okay. He's pretty. Alright, it's really a girl though. I think it's a girl. Alright, so we're going to get one of these socks. Let me undo them with some of my crappy scissors. These are from the Dollar Tree, and I think they're little kids. Or either a really small lady. That's all I can think. Trying to not cut a hole in there. Let me do it this way. Alright. So I took the end of it off, and that way they'll come apart. But I liked the stripe. Okay. Alright. So we're going to look, I'm going to take part of this off. And I'm going to do it about down to here. I'm going to do it where the white is. We're going to cut this portion off, okay? Well, we're going to end up moving this up a little bit. And I might do it underneath, because I want it to have sort of a finished edge to it. But let's see what he's going to look like, or her. Okay. So we want to make it a little bit littler. So let me flip this underneath here. There we go. And this one has a little piece of the plastic, so just be careful. Alright, so this is going to be our little hat. And so we're going to take this. I wanted to get little kids so it would fit a little bit better. I must have broken that off. Look at that. Poor thing, I lost his hands. Or her hands. Alright. So there's her little hat, just like that. And then we're going to take the other sock and we're going to cut it, because we're going to make it match. Only this is the bad scissors. Such a cute little beanie. We're just going to do it this way. Now I'm just taking a little bit off right here. And really you only need this much. And I'm going to take it because it'll probably stretch more. Fold it and then fold it in the back, make a rim. I'm going to take this so it'll be a little bit thinner and easier to deal with. And we're going to make him, or her, a little scarf. So it'll stretch some when you do it thinner. just like that, okay? So that's the little scarf right there. So that's one. And then here's the other one. We're just going to do a pink one on this. And I'm going to take this part. We're just cutting this. And I'm going to cut it in half because it's easier. Hey, Miss Janet. Lord, where'd I get Shannon? Probably from Sherman, right? All right, so we're just going to do it this way. Around here. Get his mouth out from there. All right, so that's going to be the scarf. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to do it a little bit up higher this time. And I just think the pink is cute. Doesn't match exactly, but that's okay. All right. So here's the little hat for this one. Okay. So we got two girls here, which I need to put them on this side. There we go. All right. So we got two girls and they're yelling out. And then we've got the guy who thinks he's all smart and smug. So we're going to take him and we're going to use this portion right here. Now I'm doing it a little bit thinner because I'm going to try to hold it out from here, and that way I don't have to cut it in the middle. So let me see if I can get him a little scarf, but I still want him to be pink. So this is just what I kind of saw when I did mine. All right, so there's his little scarf, but he has a little top hat because he's a boy. All right, so all of those were socks from the Dollar Tree, okay? So you can just do whatever you want to. Now, if you have some material at home, you can make your own little hats. These came from Amazon as well in a bag. And then here's the girls. So we've got our sleigh right here, okay? Let me put my eyes back. And we're going to put this one in the front. You're going to have to glue it down. So I'm going to put a generous amount of hot glue. And we're going to put his booty on there. And we're going to hold it for a second. And it's not very heavy. My next auction is on Saturday the 10th, which is this Saturday at 5 p.m. Central. Now I'm going to put a little bit under here. But you want him to kind of lean this way a little bit, but I'm trying to put it on there. Looks like they're singing. Well, they're really kind of yelling because he's going down a hill. So here's the snowman on the top of this. It's not going to fall, okay, because it's light. And we just put it there. But we want him in the front. And then we want the girl, one of the girls on this side. And so I'm going to put a good generous amount of hot glue right there. And if you need to add more, you can. So let me make sure what she's going to look like. I probably should have done it the other way. But that's okay. Because her mouth's kind of going, ooh, over here. So, and then we're going to put a generous amount on this side. And this one's going to lean this way. So we're doing it this way. So let me hold on to them. Thank you, June. Thank you, Miss Marlene. So here they are. This was, I don't know what made me think of this, but I just thought it was funny. With them sitting there. I got to get this little fuzz off of here. All right. So here they are going down the hill. Thank you. Thank you for those stars. I appreciate that. And thank you, Jason, for the stars too. All in the family. Exactly. And you could get some little arms that are holding this end of the sleigh. This one was just probably the most like a sleigh. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Miss Lori. Thank you, Bridget. So see, anybody can do this, and it's easy. You could do this with two smaller ones. You could use this one as the bottom and then do a smaller one on the top and put you a whole passel of them on there. You have 3 snowmen on your sweatshirt. Yes, I do. I have 3 snowmen on my shirt. True that. Thank you so much, Linda. So on Friday, I'll be back on. I'll post when it's going to be because I don't know. We're just coming on whenever we want to, so it's not really, you know, any specific time. So I probably will be here at 6. I may come on a little earlier, just simply because I'll be coming home a little earlier. Thank you, Miss Pat. Thank you for the hearts, everybody, and thank you for the stars, for everybody who gave those. I will go back and thank you for that. I appreciate you all being here tonight, and we will do a snowman. I'll paint one out of wood that I cut out last night on Friday. Thank you for the hearts. So hopefully y'all will do a snowman too and then post it. Will you be posting pictures of the items you're going to be in the auction? Yes, I can post some of them. I did post a few things. All the things that are behind me, the Lumiere, the Santa, this little thing, the cow painting. If anybody's interested in Bucky Beaver or Flower, we can try to do those again. We're going to do Alvin and the Chipmunks, but let me tell you that Alvin and the Chipmunks are going to go for a high price. Wanting all of us to do snowmen. Yes, ma'am, Miss Marlene. Hashtag Snowman Challenge 22, I believe. So, yes, ma'am. We want everybody this week to be doing snowmen. So, even if you're a follower and you're not a crafter on live, you can either do a video or you can just make something and post it. You can post it on Hummingbird Crafters. And we can put it on the page also for, what do you call, Memphis Bells. Yeah, definitely. Any Santa Clauses. Yes, the Santa Claus up here. Let me put it up. The one out of that really big ball right behind me right here. That. This Santa Claus will be on for the auction, and the one that's the big round one, that one also. I may paint some more between now and then. I don't know. And I don't know. The snowman gourd that I did. Oh, that's cute. Post it on Hummingbird Crafters, Jerry, so I can see it. And yes, Miss Pat's got that Memphis Bells Creative Circle or Chuffed Berry Creative Circle as well. Thank you, Miss Beverly. I appreciate that. I hope y'all do one of these. This is really cute and easy, y'all. But it looks like they're going down the hill. Woo! You'll be watching, Miss Janet. So, yeah, I'll be doing some Santa Clauses, and I'm doing another Santa Claus on Friday. Actually, I'm doing a snowman, so probably on Sunday. So it'll be after that I'll have some Santas. Thank you, Miss Margaret. So I guess I will see y'all on Friday, and please come back at probably 6 Central, but I will post it that day. Hey, Miss Gail, how are you doing? Thank you so much. I hope everybody enjoyed it tonight. This was a simple project, so y'all need to do one. And hashtag Snowman Challenge 22. and make all the snowmen. So I will see y'all on Friday, and I will post when I'm going to be on there. And y'all post on Hummingbird Crafters, and we can get it out there, as many as we can. You have a good night too, Miss Margaret. Thank you for coming on, Miss Marlene. I appreciate that. It's good to catch you here with me. I appreciate it. I try to get you whenever I can. Y'all have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Bye, y'all.